Finally, we are wrapping things up for the first week edition of Inca in the month of July. What's up, people? How are you all doing? It's been an amazing week, if you ask me, and if I am just to say the least, from Monday to this very night, we've been having ourselves great personalities, and today we are going to be wrapping things up for the first week edition in the month of July. How are you doing today? What's up with you? How did your Friday go? And the week also in general, how did it go? I hope you started the month on a good note. Now, if you did not, do not worry. We have a next week ahead of us, so you have plenty time to correct whatever it was that went wrong during this week. Ladies and gentlemen, another weekend is upon us. And if you know me very well, you would know that I am usually over excited when it has to do with weekend. So what's up with you? What are the plans for the weekend? What do you want to do today, tomorrow, and next tomorrow? Do you plan to stay indoors, or you have parties, you have a one bear, you have burial? What is it? Now, for those of you that do not have anything to do, I've got something for you. I've got all of you covered. Rochelle is your girl now, so I can't just let you be there, without doing anything. So today we celebrated the National Bikini Day, and one of the ways to celebrate it is by, first of all, getting yourself a new set of bikini. You see those old ones that you have? It's time to trash all of them out and then get yourself a new one. Then you can also throw yourself a bikini pool party. So now imagine throwing yourself a bikini pool party tomorrow, maybe in your house, or you could go rent a swimming pool. I don't know how you want to do that, but I'm sure it's going to be a whole lot of fun. So if you don't have anything you're doing this weekend, think and consider bikini pool party. If I come back here on Monday, you are going to thank me, because you are going to be blown away with all the fun that you have while doing that. Okay, you know what time it is. It's time for us to bring you your one and only Inca, where art is fully expressed, where we have a celebrity spotlight, we have fun, we talk about different people and what they do. Tonight is going to be a great night, and it's also going to be special because I've got my guest all the way from Czech Republic. You heard me correctly. So it's not even a child's play on the show tonight. So wherever you are right now, all I want you to do is just to get something to nibble on, because we are going to be having a bumper to bumper right here on the show. My name is Rochelle Ezapata, and of course, I am going to be your host on the show. We're going to go on a short break. When we come back, you would get to meet our guest who is going to be joining us virtually, and then every other thing that we've got in store for you tonight. All right, welcome back. You are still watching Inca here on Afia TV, showing live on the STV channel 254 and on GoTV channel 17. So it's not time for us to get it all started with everything that we've got for you tonight. If you joined me when I first came on board, I gave you a hint on what to expect tonight and also who is coming on Inca today. So ladies and gentlemen, let me repeat myself. So I am going to be virtually joined by an extraordinary personality. I have to call him the tallest man in the building, because if there is anything you are to notice when he comes into a place, it's going to be his height. Like, that's the first thing you have to notice. That one, you can't tell me anything about it. You're definitely going to notice his height. And he's an artist. Not only that, he is also an actor. He's a philanthropist and a businessman. He also doubled as the founder of a Soundcast and the Prague Actors and the Filmmakers of Film Festival. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me as I make welcome to Inca tonight, Bugzy DaVinci. Hi, Bugzy.
I'm doing very well. Good evening, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. Day one, the band, man.
Oh, I Dima. I'm so happy that you can still speak Igbo.
I want to run Kagesi Jeff only, but there's no way we can
Yes.
we can never forget our mama's what our mama's love feel like.
Yeah, I know how proud you are about your culture. It's very evident. Even on your profile, I saw where you wrote something like, "I am not a black person, but an Igbo person. Like you wear it everywhere you go. It's your identity, and you're not ashamed of it. It's a pleasure to have you join us tonight on Nka. Thank you for coming through tonight. How is Czech Republic?
It's beautiful. It's summertime, so it's usually cold most of the time. So now we can wear t-shirts and we're happy.
Be happy. Okay, it's also cold here in Coast City. You know, we've been witnessing incessant rainfalls back to back for like 2, 3, 4 days right now, but we love it that way. It's better is this way than the weather is hot. So what's up with you? How are you doing?
Well, I've been well. June was a very busy month because we had a second edition of the Prague Actors and Filmmakers Film Festival, which was done at the French Institute, Kino 35. We had the Greek Embassy, the Indian Embassy as part of our sponsors, and UNESCO, Soundcast and sport events. And we also had the presence of the Indonesian ambassador at the film festival. And we screened about 26 movies from 17 countries. The festival was beautiful. It was amazing. We had diplomats from the Indian embassy as well in attendance. So it was beautiful. So that was about June. And also, we are right here at Soundcast Studios, is the business out here, entertainment company for musicians, content creators. And we have the tours, film festivals, and pretty much shooting videos. Last year we had Spiral here. We had Sexy Steel. We shot a video for Sexy Steel. We shot a studio. We had a what's his name? Stereo Man. Edward was here about a month ago or two. We had a podcast here, right on this room. And so we introducing and bringing back the OGs and preserving our culture while we tell our stories and do what we do best.
I see. That's a great one. So does it feel different, doing this outside there? Can you hear me?
Sorry?
Bugzy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said that's a great one. First of all, let me say congratulations on the successful outing for your event that happened in the month of June. Now, talking about doing music and every other thing out there outside Nigeria, how does it feel? Do you have much differences? The gap, is it that much?
Well, the thing is, you get love, but you appreciate love when it comes more from the people. It's just kind of feel different, like when you eat your own food. You know, if you're eating, if you come out now and go one restaurant, they put pasta, you go your house, mama cook better soup like this, that's that one day different. So music, making music out here, it's amazing. And like I say, every artist needs to explore, every artist needs to travel so they can learn how to tell different stories.
Wow.
And through listening to someone's music, you can also tell where they are in their point of life, their thoughts, and a lot of things. So music for me is something that you do, that you live. And if you're looking to get money out of this, you shouldn't be doing it in the first place.
Wow. Okay, we're still going to talk about the musical part of you and also your latest single called Isiewu. I was thinking that I would see a plate of Isiewu somewhere around there because yeah, in that song you asked, like, do you want one Isiewu? And anytime I play that song, I subconsciously say, yes, I want one. So I was expecting to get one. I don't know how that's going to happen, but I was just expecting to say one because you always ask on that song. But it's all good and fine. Now, before we get into that, so many people must have come across your name and your craft and everything that you do out there in the creative space. And they must have also wondered, who exactly is this great guy pulling all this through? Now, in a bid to clear their curiosity, let's get personal, right away. So, who exactly is Bugzy and where's his roots?
Who exactly is Bugzy? Bugzy as a man, grew up in Enugu, went to federal government college, and did everything every boy did when they was a boy, and decided to grow up and become a man. Now I'm doing what men do, so I just I don't even know how to put it. It's a difficult question sometimes to explain yourself. I don't know why you put me in this position.
You've achieved a whole lot that you don't just know how to compile them and say, but anyhow, just fill us up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get a break. Let me go back again. Let me rephrase. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Okay, my name is Bugzy DaVinci. I am a musician. I'm a producer. I create things, and I like to believe that there is nothing that I cannot achieve as long as I believe and put my right mind into it and have the right people around me. We could win. So yeah, so that's me. I am you. You are me. We are all of us. That's that. We are one spirit in different bodies.
Okay, so let's start with the musical aspect of you. So you are an artist, you are a producer. How did you start your journey in the music space?
When I was a baby, you cannot remember some things. I think I was about 2.5 or 3 at Presidential Hotel in Enugu when Bright Humus here was performing.
Yeah.
I I was told that I ran away from my parents and I ran to the stage with him, started doing the sawam, zigima, the zigima dance with him. And I've always loved music. I grew up in a house where we had a piano and we had lots of records, and so I was opportune to get introduced to music, like in the guise of listening to
Mm-hmm.
music, and so I fell in love with it, and I started knowing how to sing them,
Mm-hmm.
and I started doing music around friends, and back then in school, we'll be rapping and stuff like that. And it was passion. People encouraged me to go to the studio, try, and I tried. And it's been a beautiful process and journey up until this moment. And I'm very, very thankful and grateful for everything that came along with it.
Okay, at that early stage of starting your career, I know it's practically impossible for you to say that you didn't witness any hurdle, any hitch, any challenge. So, what was it like, then making music that time? And as someone that also started off in 042.
Oh, back then, there was no whiskey, there was no video, there wasn't really money in the game. So it was kind of different because the normal mentality of the parents in Nigeria then was go to school, graduate, get a job, get married, and have kids.
Yeah.
And so you were going off the norm, and they were scared. They were pretty much scared that they don't want you to fail. So they're gonna be real tough on you. You understand? You will get beat up, you will get your ass spanked, and you will go through things just because they were afraid that they don't want you to fail because of how they had the perception of people who used to make music back then who were not successful. So you are gonna go. I went through those hurdles, like people. Then you also go through the finances of the financial aspect of it, paying for studios, also the creative aspect of finding the people who can understand your sound, the people who you can work with. And then after that one, you come and understand that it's not just making music, there's also mixing and mastering, which if it's not done properly, your music is not going to be played in places. And then after that, you have to face promotion. So starting up, we just started then with not just, okay, could post your song. That was all you needed to get out. That's all you needed to start getting a buzz. If Jagodago post you, all those platforms. But we started from the time we sold CDs when we made demos. That's different. So I transitioned from the time of the CDs up until now that we have it digital. So many people who came up from then and up till now, they cannot keep up with the transitioning because it's a business, and just like in life, it's either you evolve or you die. So this business, you have to keep evolving.
Yeah.
So that's the only way to
Okay.
go forward.
Okay, so which song was your first hit and how were you able to deal with it? Because it's usually an extraordinary feeling, when you drop a song and you go out there, you hear it everywhere, people singing it, people trying to identify with you because of that particular song that you did. So, which song was your first hit and how were you able to deal with the fame that time?
Well, I don't really know which song is my first hit. Because like I make lots of music. I have maybe about 5, 6 albums, and different people have different songs that they like. I have Hakuna Matata. I have the time I did Transakulu Black and Yellow.
Yeah.
It was good. I also at the time I did Mbogeset.
Mm.
So the reception was very heavy, and the reception for my album "Tell People I'm Coming," which was dropped during COVID, it was a trap international album. It did well. I had about 500,000 streams, and it was quite impressive. And Now it's Ishewu. So I would say Ishewu right now is the heat, and it feels great seeing how much everybody's beginning to love it. And I'm surprised, just like you asked me why I don't have Ishewu here. I was expecting to see Ishewu in the studio.
Okay, yeah. So how is it with Ishewu? Like, is it just ended there? What's up? Like, what do you intend to do with Ishewu track?
I don't know. I just want people to have a good time. I want to see people making videos, putting Ishewu, dancing with their loved ones, their kids, their family, and I'm gonna shoot videos, and I'm thinking I want to make a different type of video where I'm gonna take everybody's reel and roll it into one big video while I make it a video.
Okay.
So some that most people haven't seen. So if you are a part of me, I want to. If you love what I do, I also want to inculcate you and make you a part of me, so you see how I appreciate you as you appreciate me.
Okay, so you spent quite a number of years in the Nigerian musical space before you traveled out of Nigeria, before you got to where you are right now. So, the time that you were here, what was it like? The love, you witnessed then, was it real love?
It was good. It was nice. It was nice. I had lots of love in Enugu. In Enugu where you start from, and doing this stuff from like 24, 25, 26, 27, and we grow up like all the people we started with. Like everybody's in different places.
Mm-hmm.
If I come back now, I have to come back during December, so I go make everybody still come back because everybody is like in different places. So I experienced a lot of love. Then after a while, I moved to Lagos,
Okay.
and yeah, so Lagos was more of the next forward. The elevation that I had in my career was also moving to Lagos because I had more broad audience and more places to play with. It was, the places that you used to chase for. You used to the office right there,
Mm-hmm.
and you see the people. You feed the traffic. The Wakatu phase will come to pass you. That motivation was different,
Okay.
So it was good. I had love, and I had love. I had hate.
Okay, I was just waiting for you to mention the hate part of it. So, which among the hatred, stood out for you?
Well, I don't take hate personal because haters gonna hate, potatoes gonna potato, and tomatoes gonna tomato. So people gotta. Sometimes some people who hate may hate you out of misunderstanding, like
Mm-hmm.
they may have a misconception about you, maybe a hairstyle or something. You
Okay.
know, just like when you're watching people in social media, sometimes when you get to meet people in real life, they are much better than the perception you may have about them. So the hate, the something personal. The hate could be maybe I don't fit into the box like people who see things and they keep quiet because they don't. I say what I feel. I'm not afraid to say what people don't want to say.
Yeah,
So when
I
you're
see.
like
You
and when
always.
you're courageous and you're bold enough to say like that, people tend to be afraid of some. They may hate you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, say you're arrogant.
Mm-hmm.
But people who haven't been through what you've been through and who don't understand what it means to build what you've been through will mistake your confidence for arrogance.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, is there a particular experience you would love to share with us, throwing more insight on the hatred part?
No, I cannot recall. It's been love, more love than hate. I
More.
remember performing at Glow Rock and Roll, and then it was Jimmy Jack that was playing. Ramsey Noah was the host, and I was freestyling on Opera Square with that crowd out there. And after performing, Jimmy Jack left his turntable, ran, held me. It was love. I remember being carried, being carried by, that's something that you never imagine yourself as an artist. All you want as an artist is just get your music heard. That's the dream. Like to hear people hear it, that you're happy. But to see people take it personal, people dress a little bit like you or talk like you, and you see people who live by what you do. It's kind of making it can bring tears to your eye if you're a humble person.
Mm. Wow. Okay. Talking about you always telling the hardest truth and seeing you like, the way it is in your mind and being you. I see you put out a lot of posts, always telling people the hardest truth. Do you ever get misunderstood or dragged for coming out to say things the way they are?
Oh yes, most times when I get when I see people troll me, I laugh. I've gotten to the point,
Oh,
you
are you
know,
so how did you
in
get
this
used to being
business you
trolled?
have to
Because
have
I
a
can't
thick
even deal
skin.
with it.
In this business, you have to have a thick skin, right?
Oh wow.
You have to have a very thick skin.
Mm-hmm.
So I have gotten to the point when I see something. Sometimes there's some trolls that I see. I will come to your inbox and I'll reply. I say that was a very good one. That was funny.
Are you that petty that you would have to go to the person's inbox?
There's something that someone I can't remember. He said something. I read that stuff. I
Okay.
was laughing because like I was like, how does this guy think about this? I wrote the person. I said, man, this stuff that you wrote there, it was meant to make me angry, but my friend, this is funny. I love it, and we became friends.
Okay. Wow. So that's your own way of dealing with trolls online.
Well, some people. You remember when you be small when we were kids? Then I remember some
Yeah.
people then like a girl may like you and she'll be calling you naughty boy, stubborn boy. She's like they'll be throwing some kind of tantrums on you, and
Yeah.
a guy could be the same, and you go come snatch your school bag and run away or water bottle, and you chase him. If I give my toy,
Mm-hmm.
so some people they behave like that too towards you because they love you, but they don't know how to express it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, there's this part of you that is also into acting, and I know you talked about your achievement in the month of June. So, you are the founder of Soundcast and Prague Actors and Filmmakers of Film Festival. What actually spurred you to go into that aspect of life of the entertainment space?
Okay. Like to me, the entertainment has always been lights, camera, action. Because you notice most musicians can also be actors. Because you have to act in the music video. You have to learn how to act when you're outside. You have to learn how to act when you're on stage. So going into the music, you have to start learning how to make your own videos. You start directing your own videos, and then we came off very little resources because then it wasn't like how it was. So you have to be extra creative to cut cost. So I loved acting. I used to act in church, dramas in church and stuff like at St. Andrew's Anglican Church. I acted then with my
Wait,
father
which
at
church did you just mention right now? St. Andrews?
St. Andrew's Anglican Church, yes, at Hillview,
Wow.
Transylvania.
Interesting. Cool. That's my church. Go
Yeah, I used to act. I used to be in ACM. I used to do
Oh,
designs for
are
the
you
things for the
serious?
kids and put
You're
in
a
the
strong
wall.
rooted Anglican. I love that. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I went to Yak back then, and we were acting at the Glory Nights and stuff. So yeah, I was acting for a long time. I even acted in All Saints Church during Father's Day,
Okay.
and also I was acting. I love acting. It's beautiful, and so I have been in about I think maybe one or two three Nollywood movies,
Oh.
and one Hollywood, Army of Thieves, which is on Netflix. That was around 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I have another one coming, but you're going to see it. So I'm not going to break the ice.
Just give us a tip of what to expect, though, about that particular
That's
movie.
Hollywood.
Okay.
Yeah, it's another Hollywood production. You guys will see when it's out. It's coming soon, very soon.
All right. How soon this year?
Yeah, this year. I think between now until August, the only tip I can give you is a remake of an old classic.
Oh, the remake of an old classic. So, which film will
Exactly.
it be exactly? Which film? Which film? Which film? Which film? I can't make
Well,
any guess right now.
unfortunately, contracts I can't tell.
You can't say anything about it. All right, no problem.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. We are watching out to see what you've got for us this time around. So you are someone with vast experience in the creative space. You have a lot of experiences. You are also into hosting of events. You have your film festival also as well. You've also been in the music industry for a long time. So what do you think about this new generation artists that we have now and the kind of content that they churn out there?
Well, I love them. Yeah, I love them. I'm not that old. Like I'm still young, like them. So I love them. But it's a different reality. The reality that I had when I was 15 years old is not the same reality someone who is 15 years old now is having. So the experience and the time is different. So melody-wise, music-wise, sound-wise, they make very catchy stuff. And yeah, I like what they do, and I just think if we can be much, the younger generation could be much better with the aspect of respecting people who came before them and not be disrespectful to
Okay.
people, not because
Oh,
they are no longer relevant, per se, or maybe because they don't assume that they have money. You understand what I mean? That disrespect to the OGs is something that I don't like because the American industry that we look at sometimes, they respect, Jay-Z respects people who came before him, like KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane. And now we have people respecting Jay-Z and Tupac and them. You know, this has to go on, not to disrespect and say, oh, you be old taker, you don't wash off. But you forgot that in 2005 to 2010, this guy is as big as whoever that is big right now. You know, that's not nice. So you too can also be like that in a few years.
mhm.
So that's my advice to the young ones, to just show more than the people.
Okay. Sometimes they say that if the old ones can't respect themselves, then they would be disrespected. Don't you think the old people sometimes, like the OGs, sometimes contributes to the disrespect that they get?
Well, they say respect is earned, not given.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So you have to earn the respect. Yeah, and but most times what causes this problem is about paving the way. You understand? If you remember Jesus' song, I think he said, "My president was black." That song, he said that Rosa Parks could walk, so Martin Luther King could run, Barack Obama could run. Now my kids could fly. You understand? So somebody had to do something to enable you to go further. You had to work someone to believe it's possible. So most times, where the OGs and the stuff they get this is this paving the way. I paved the way. Don't pave the way. Regardless, these people were the ones who were performing shows when they were paying them 5,000 naira, 30,000 naira. You understand? Now they're paying people 20 million for the show,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't know how much things that they faced over there. That's why you see how many OGs that you see we don't get problem. Did they look for money for kidney? Did they live for rented apartments? This younger generation now can make music and earn millions. If these guys didn't put that money in the game now, we wouldn't be there. So for me, I don't think most OGs are disrespectful, but if you disrespect someone because it's not hot right now and they speak up about it, who are you going to blame?
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a moral police to judge, but I just think it goes both ways.
Okay. All right. It's been amazing, Bugsy, talking with you. We're going to go on a short break right now. When we come back, we would continue. Please make sure you hang in there. We're going to be right
All
back.
right.
Stay tuned.
Thank you.
Yes, of course, you are still watching Inca, the very last one for this week. How are you doing? I hope you're having fun as much as I and Bugsy, we are having fun on the show tonight. So before we went on that short break, I had an amazing conversation with Bugsy about his personal life and also everything that has to do with all the things that he does. So I don't know, Bugsy, are you still there with us?
Yeah, so I never go anywhere.
Okay, glad to know that you're still there. Now, before we move to the next thing, because the next item on our list tonight is the games. But before we play the games, you do a lot of things, and I'm seriously wondering, how do you keep tab on all these things? How do you perform the magic? You're into music, you're into acting, you're a businessman, you're a philanthropist. All those things, how do you run it?
Because I am crazy.
You're crazy.
Yes.
It sounds a bit weird. Do you get, someone describing himself as being crazy. You didn't see another word to use. You had to use the word crazy.
Because I'm crazy enough to believe that I can do them.
Okay. Oh, I see.
Yeah, so it takes a lot of discipline. Takes a lot of discipline. A lot of less sleeping. A lot of less partying.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of dedication and time.
Oh,
So I just do it. I didn't plan to do these things. It just happened.
okay. So I think I have to become a crazy person out there so I would achieve all the things that you've achieved for yourself. It's like that's the code right now. Be a crazy person.
Well, I think they say it's the crazy ones that actually have the thoughts to change the world.
Okay, all right. So Bugsy, want to do something. It's a little surprise. It's my I don't know why you laughing. So it's a surprise. I don't know if you're going to like it or whether you wouldn't like it, but let's see whether you would love it or not. So we usually have this not so little surprise here on Inca. So just be watching. Some things are going to be popping up on your screen right now.
Okay.
Let's see how that goes.
Oh my goodness. Where is this? This is going to be right?
Yeah, it looks like yes.
This is in the hey. It should be around 2007 or 17 or 16.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah.
What's happening here?
It's just me playing with a snake, a python. As an enugu man, it's a part of our culture. We appreciate pythons. I ain't here working.
Oh,
So I saw it and was interested in it.
okay. Well,
Enugu, Nananga.
yeah, I know it's in Anambra. So where's this place?
This was when I was on tour with Tamaya Essen in Germany. So I took a picture of the window,
Okay.
showing my skin.
Beautiful. I love the view that I'm seeing.
Thank you.
And here we go.
Where did you guys find this?
Okay, what's happening here?
This is at around Shangotedo, yeah, in Lagos. The neighborhood that time now, just they. So those are kids for area. So just they show them love, They appreciate me, I appreciate them. So yeah, I get that. I get that. So that was it.
Mm. So your own data, is it real or you had to add some extension to it?
No, it's 100% real.
100% real. Wow.
Hmm.
Wow. Now I'm jealous. See how long it is. And it looks so good on you.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll still have more pictures coming through.
Yes, I understand them. Thank you. It's beautiful.
Don't worry. You're still nodding your head and acting calm. Maybe the next one might just sweep you off your
Isn't that Mr. Crooks?
Bugsy.
Who's that? Who's that guy? Isn't that not Mr. Crooks?
I should be asking you. Who did you take a
I
picture
don't know.
with?
You put the picture. You should know. That's why you put it. You know. Yeah. This was Abuja at Cubana's place.
This looked very long.
Yes, it was. I think this was Abuja. I know this was Abuja sometime. I don't know. I think at Ibiza or something in Abuja. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So we've come to the end of the not so little surprise. I hope you enjoyed
Okay. Good. Yeah. Yes, it was good. It was good. I don't like surprises, so this was fair.
Why don't you like
This was
surprises?
fair. Except I didn't like the other. I didn't like the other crook. Crook looking one person that was.
Okay. Okay. What is it? I know. I know that there is something between you and this person. So what's it? Like, why are you getting?
No, I just don't like how he's. There's nothing between me and him. It's just what he's doing to people.
Okay, tell me more
Doing to
about
people
it.
who care about him. People who are making music. People who are in this industry. Like, how are you gonna be lying to your friends that you were sick and you get the money off them? That's terrible. That's lies. It doesn't make sense. You will send a video today. You did do brain surgery, and all these things are fabricated. They are fake. A lot of people have posted it on Instagram, and people started opening up, coming up about how he's doing these things. You can check my Instagram. You will see tons of comments.
Saw the post, yeah. I saw the post there. Even Slow Dog and a host of others also came through as well to share their experience with him, how he's been threatening them. So it's real.
Yes, Mr. Brooks. There was an Australian woman who also wrote me, and she wanted to go public with everything too about how dealers with Mr. Crooks. You understand? So Mr. Crooks, formerly named Mr. Books, he was a hip hop rapper that had great potential. So it's quite disappointing seeing him condescend into this. Like you, they rip your friends off. You don't understand. Your friend will see say you they you said you can post things. Your friend will not feel sympathy for you. You
Mm-hmm.
don't understand. Say that guy if that guy gets 100 naira, if he carry 80 naira, give you
Okay.
because you know well, make you go survive. At the end of the day, it's fraud.
Hmm. But did people ask questions to know if everything was okay with him, and also what
Well,
prompted him to go into that? Did he ever?
well, you can see the comments. The comments saying it's true because different people have different dates for the same sickness.
Hmm. Wow.
And the pictures, there's a picture I posted that he was altering the dates and he was altering the name of the medical officer.
Hmm. Wow.
Yeah, I have doctors. We have doctors who can analyze it to see it's fake. It's all fabricated. He's been running the scheme. There are people who are writing me that he did this thing to them in 2016. And he's doing it to people. Some people, one guy saw my post and wrote him and he told him that he needed this. The guy saw my post, he didn't read it. So he was thinking that I was doing a fundraising for him.
Hmm.
And he went to write him and even asked him for money.
Hmm.
Only for him to go back over there and discover that, oh shit, that this wasn't my bad, that this wasn't this thing is not real, that this is what he does to people.
Hmm.
He's been trying to get money from me 4 different ways since August last year.
Hmm.
And I spoke with different people before I went public, and they could confirm the same thing that he's running the same game on them.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know why or what prompted him to go into this, but it's really a bad one and a sad one. Doing this to your immediate friends, family members, it's really a bad one. Now let's move to the next thing that we've got for you tonight. It's games time. We usually play game here on Inka. We do not only talk, we also play game to have fun time here. So the first game we're going to be playing is called the rating game. So this is how the rating game goes. We call out the names of people in the same entertainment space, the Nigerian entertainment space, and you would rate them for us from best to worst. So you were going to tell me who your best is and who your worst is. Is it very clear?
Wow. Wow. Okay.
All right. So you're going to be rating this artist from best to worst. Number one, I
Okay.
have Chike. I have Flavor. I have Davido. I have Terry G, Wizkid, and Burna Boy. Who are you rating your best and who are you rating your worst?
My best is Bonner Boy.
Burna, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My best is Bonner Boy, and my number two is Terry G because Terry G is the only artist alive that I know that created a music in genre, just like Fela Kuti did. So there's so much respect that he's not getting. Most of the sound of Afro beats, about 70 to 80% of what we use today, was created by him. Even some of the slangs didn't mean anything in 2008-9 when he was making them. Those slangs that he was saying, Wangolo, Tile Tile, but today they and oh well, these things are fillers in music, just like in rap, you hear Biggie brought that.
Yeah.
So Terry G and my worst is Wizkid.
What? How? I wasn't expecting that to be your worst.
Yeah.
Anyways, the judgment is yours to make. So your best is Burna Boy and your worst is Wizkid.
I never had any Wizkid album. And Wizkid, like, I never had any of his album. I listen to music
Mm-hmm.
that I enjoy. He makes music that people love. People who love him love him. I have no problem with that. But for me, it's not something I wake up and feel like to go play.
Why? Why do you feel like that? Why do you feel indifferent about him?
How I want to put this thing. A lot of people don't listen to organic music.
Mm.
You understand? Because maybe they don't. It's not something that they vibe to, right?
Okay.
So yeah, I don't gravitate towards his sound.
Mm.
Is he a great musician? Yes, he's a great musician. He deserves all the accolades he has. You understand? I'm not putting down his talent. I'm not putting down him as a person of what he has achieved. But do I listen to him? Is he my best? No. Out of the list you made, he's my worst.
Okay, that's good and fine. Now let's move to the last game we've got tonight. It's called the impression game. So you're going to tell me who your favorite performer is, be it a musician or an actor, and then you would have to mimic that person for at least 30 seconds. Why are you laughing?
I don't know because I don't see that one they come.
Oh,
I
you
didn't
didn't
see
see
it
it
come.
coming. I love that. I love the fact that I didn't see this particular one coming. So, who are we going with as your favorite performer?
Favorite performer.
Yeah, you can even choose
Um,
yourself.
Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michael Jackson, and I want to tell you that I love your show. Thank you.
Okay. I just wish it was possible for you to stand up and give us some Michael Jackson moves and dance and all of that.
When I tell you how about you,
Okay, Bugsy, before I let you go, I know ECU is the latest track from you. Can you sing the chorus of that song for us?
it's nwa ubebu ogalanya na tishewu.
Eh?
You understand? So you gotta work hard to
Yeah.
buy shewu.
Yeah.
Onye anaghị agba mbọ anaghị eri shewu. So you want something, you gotta put in work to be able to get, you know?
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Bugsy, for playing that game with us. It's been amazing conversing with you tonight, all the way from Prague, Czech Republic. Thank you very much for agreeing to be on Inca. It's indeed a pleasure to have you here.
But thank you so much for having me, Rochelle. Correct, right?
Yeah, you're correct. Absolutely.
Yeah, great. I'm so bad with names. I remember faces, so I give people nicknames to escape it. So, so thank you for having me. It was beautiful, and shout out to everybody who made this possible. The casting crew who are not in front of the camera. Thank you for what you guys do, and thank you and love.
We greet you too. Bye bye.
Bye. Have a good one.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
night.
ciao.
Okay, it's been a great time here on the show today. Thank you very much for joining us for the very last edition of Inca for the first week in the month of July. And next week is going to be another time for us to have another great ride here on your screen. So make sure you keep a date with us next week, starting from Monday up until Friday. Do not forget the time. The time still remains 8 p.m. Now, let me give you a tip. Let me tell you, this is a very juicy something. Do not take this information for joke. Next week, something very, very, very big. In fact, let me say it in Sabino's voice. Something huge. Something huge is coming your way here on the show. Next week, we've got an amazing announcement that we are going to be making. So make sure that you join us, not just on Inca, on every program that we have for you here on Afia TV to catch up with all of it. My name still remains Rochelle Ezapata. And once again, I say a very big thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for joining me on the show tonight and also since this week started on Monday. Do have yourself a fantabulous and amazing weekend. Do not forget our bikini pool party because on Monday I'm going to be getting your replies and know how everything went down. For now, let's just say bye-bye. Till Monday, we're going to do it again. Bye.